This one here we'll talk about parabola and its standard equation. Here we should specifically focus on standard. We will be talking about basic and a very standard form of parabola. Let's see first of all what is a parabola. It says shape obtained when you throw a ball in the air. If somebody throws a ball in the air, the ball will travel like this path. So this path is called parabola. Some specific details we will discuss here. This is my parabola. This point here is called focus, and this vertical line here we call it directrix. Now, on this parabola, you take some random points. I've taken 3 points here, P1, P2, P3, and connect them to the focus. And from those points, if we draw perpendiculars on this directrix, you will find distance of these points from the focus and distance from these points to the directrix is equal. Means P3F will be equal to P3B3, P2F will be equal to P2B2, and P1F is equal to P1B1. Moving on. This is my focus. This is the parabola here. This is directrix. Now, the line which goes through the focus and perpendicular to the directrix is called axis. It can be x-axis, it can be y-axis. Means the line which goes through the focus perpendicular to the directrix is called axis. Point of intersection of axis and parabola is called vertex. This is the point where axis cuts the parabola. This point is called vertex. So these are the small details or the basics about the parabola which we will use in finding out standard equations of parabola. Now, when I say standard equations, we will be talking about basic form of parabola, where we assume following things. Vertex is at the origin. We know that point of intersection of axis and parabola is called vertex. This is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. This point will be origin. This is what this assumption talks about, vertex at the origin. This point here, which is the vertex, is exactly sitting on the origin of this plane. Second is focus is at a comma 0. This is my focus. X-axis means this distance here from vertex till here is a. So this point F will be a comma 0, lies on x-axis, y would be 0, x I have taken as a. Third is directrix x equals to negative a. This is my directrix, this red line, let's take it as L. This is the vertical line. I say directrix x equals to negative a, means this line here is x equals to negative a. Since this is a vertical line, in case of a vertical line, for all the y values, x value will remain same. Here this point is negative a. It means equation of this line would be x equals to negative a. Now, in this one, focus is at a comma 0, where a is more than 0, and directrix is x equals to negative a. Now, let's take any random point on parabola. Let's take this point and connect it to the focus. Let's name this point as, say, P, and coordinates are x and y. From this point, let's draw a perpendicular to the directrix. Let's name this point as say B. Now, coordinates for this point would be x is anyways negative a. Negative a. This point here is perpendicular to this point P. In that case, value of y will remain same. If y is say 10 here, y will again be 10. In that case, I can take y value as y equal to this, since this is perpendicular. Now you see, previously what we have seen is distance of any random point on the parabola from the focus is equal to the distance from the directrix, means PF and PB are equal. We have seen it here. Same thing we are applying here. Now you see, if I have to find out distance between P and F, I'll write PF will be equal to, we know the formula here, x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square. If I have to find out PB, means distance from P to B, this will be x minus a whole square plus y minus y whole square. So this comes to x minus a whole square plus y square, and this comes to x plus a whole square. Y minus y is 0, 0 square is 0, leave it as it is. Now you know PF is equal to PB. In that case, this will be y square equals to 2xa plus, this goes this side, 2xa, means y square equals to 4xa. I see. This gives me the standard equation of a parabola with these assumptions. Vertex at the origin, focus at a comma 0, directrix x equals to minus a. Means all these points on this parabola will be satisfying this equation. Y equals to y square equals to 4xa. Now you see, in the same manner, we can have this type of arrangement, means parabola opening at left, parabola facing upward, parabola facing downward. In this case here, when parabola was facing right, we got y square equals to 4xa. Let's see what happens if parabola is focusing left. We can do the same thing, a random point on the parabola and a perpendicular on the directrix. This is negative a comma 0. This is negative a, so this here would be x equals to a. Positive side, vertical line, x will be equal to a. That's the equation for this line. So this point here will be a comma y. This point here, negative x comma y. X is negative side. So if I write the equation, now again we get y square equals to 4xa. However, in this case, I write here, focus is negative a comma 0, means a is less than 0. In that case, y square will be equal to minus 4xa. Because focus is on negative side, we take it as y square equals to negative 4xa. Likewise, we have this one here. Focus is again 0 comma a. X is 0, y is a. So this directrix would be y equals to negative a here. Let's try to solve this also. You see here, focus is 0 comma a, and a here is more than 0, means always positive. In that case, x squared equals to 4ay. Now you see, when we have a parabola facing upward, we have a equation which is x squared equals to 4ay. However, in case of the same parabola facing downward, equation would be x squared equals to minus 4a. Why? Because here focus would be 0 comma negative a. Here a is less than 0. That is why we take x squared equals to negative 4ay. Just a quick recap. Now you see, when we have y squared equals to 4xa, it means this parabola, the symmetry of this parabola is on x-axis and focus is positive. When we have y squared equals to negative 4xa, means we have a parabola. Again, the symmetry is on x-axis, but focus is negative. When we have an equation which is x squared equals to 4ay, means we have a parabola. Symmetry is along the y-axis. This is y, this is x. Symmetry is along y-axis, and parabola is facing upward. Focus is positive. X squared equals to 4ay. Same parabola. Symmetry along the y-axis. This is y-axis. Parabola facing downward means focus is negative. Then equation would be x squared equals to negative 4a. Alright.